It's the Coaches versus Cancer Classic live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Long Beach and Cerritos. Men's and women's 3C2A basketball doubleheader. Spread the word, everybody. www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. We are broadcasting live, and you can watch this game on demand. Well, the first act of our broadcast tonight, the men's game, a thriller. 5-point win for Long Beach over Cerritos. And the Lady Vikings will look for the clean sweep here. That's going to be a tall task. Long Beach only dressing 5 players, but their player of note, Debrianna Hampton, their best and the biggest focal point that they'll have to deal with, according to Coach Tricia Kozlowski. Talking with her before the ball game. Hampton, she can do a lot of things on the basketball court, inside out, post present. She can stretch it. Very talented individual. Can she will her team to a win here in game 2 on the night? About set and ready to go. Yesenia Rendon, Lynette Garcia, Carolina Cuevas, Jessica Gomez, Serena Rendon. Starting for Cerritos, and they win the tip. Serena Rendon kicks out to her sister. Gomez, shot up, off the mark, but rebounded by Cerritos. Garcia from downtown, and Lynette Garcia strikes first blood. 3-0. Cerritos with an early lead. Ball intended for Hampton. Has it at the high post. Working against Gomez. Check that, Cuevas. There's a steal. This is Yesenia. Yesenia in transition, doesn't have numbers, kicks it back out. This is Serena from 3. Back-to-back triples, no. Rebound tapped around. Finally won by Cerritos. That was Cuevas, but she kicks it right to Hampton. Hampton in transition, threw it away. Gomez comes away with it and gives it off to Lynette Garcia, who has the game's only 3 points. Serena, Yesenia. Back to Lynette. Serena with it on the far side. 2-3 matchup zone look here from the Vikings. Yesenia Rendon, a long 2. 5-0 early for the Falcons, live from the Aviary. Starting tonight for Long Beach City, it's Kaylin Brown, Taja Ward, Rosalina Tao-Soga, Debrianna Hampton, and Naomi Winston Ellis. Ward with it. Gives off. This is Winston Ellis. Serena comes in. This is going to be a jump ball. This will be arrow in favor of Long Beach City. Serena. Rendon will bring it in. Little disarray here between the referees. So Brown going to bring it in. She's looking for Hampton. Hampton, pretty good catch by her. She'll fire from 3. Off the glass. Did not call glass. Debrianna Hampton with a triple. Long Beach finally on the board. Garcia picks up her dribble, gives off to Yesenia Rendon. Gets it back, over to Serena. She'll try her hand at a 3. That one's short. Yesenia flies in for the rebound. Around the horn over to Garcia. Garcia with a quick double team. Inside out. This is Yesenia Rendon from three. Assist Jessica Gomez. That pass tapped out of bounds by Carolina Cuevas. I think Hampton just looking to get into the flow of the ball game. It's a little out of sorts in terms of her passing, a little late to react. She does have the three ball earlier. That one a little bit too much on it. Inside post pass intended for Winston Ellis. Off of Winston Ellis, a little bit too much on it. Yesenia Rendon from three. Back-to-back triples for Yesenia Rendon. 11-3. Early onslaught here from the Falcons. Hampton trips over the ball. Going to call a foul. Will go against Jillian Yamasaki. We see the replay here. Hey, if you're not going to guard me, I'm going to make you pay. Tausoga needs to understand that Serena or Yesenia Rendon, either Rendon sister, has the green light from 30 feet. Hampton at the high post, inside look. Winston Ellis with the finish. Nice feed from Hampton. Well, notably for Long Beach City, not playing with Jessima Martinez, or it is an injury to her thumb. She is not available this evening. Yesenia Rendon, that one a little bit off the mark. Rebound off to Kaylin Brown. Brown calling out a play, guarded by Yamasaki. Winston Ellis looking inside for Hampton. It's tapped out of bounds. It will stay here with the Vikings. 16 on the shot clock. Substitutions for Cerritos. Yamasaki off, along with Hernandez. Into the ball game comes Jade Johnson and Renisha Billups. Hampton inside, lays it up and lays it in. Cuts the deficit to 4. Quick 4-0 run by Long Beach City. Yesenia nearly lost it. Kicks it out to Lynette Garcia. 15 on the shot clock. Looking for a baseline runner. Has her. Gets it back. Give and go. And Lynette Garcia puts it in. The give and go from Renisha Billups. Back to a 6-point advantage for the Falcons. Winston Ellis at the top of the key. And she'll put it in from 12 feet. And Trisha Kozlowski can't be happy about that defensive effort there. As Naomi Winston Ellis just took what the defense gave her, a wide open 12-footer. There's the long two earlier. We go through some highlights here. This was the bank three from Hampton. Garcia down low and the kick out. And the triple for Yesenia. 13-9, 5:13 to go. We're in the first quarter. You are watching SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage, 3C2A women's basketball. (13-9) after the made bucket by Naomi Winston Ellis. Cerritos takes a timeout to talk about their defensive effort. Serena Rendon kicks it over to Billups. Billups off the mark. Rebound fought for and won by the Vikings. Long Beach now in transition. This is Kaylin Brown. Brown on the dribble, into the lane, kicks it out to Ward. Wide open three off the mark by Rosalina Tausoga. Air ball out of bounds, and it goes back to the Falcons. Garcia over to Billups near side. High post to Jay Johnson, who kicks it out. This is Serena. Serena guarded by Hampton. Garcia turning the corner here. Gives off to Serena Rendon from three. That one off the mark. Just short. Rebounded by Ward. Hampton now with the ball for the Vikings. Trailing it by 4. Coming up on the 4-minute mark in the first quarter. Brown kicks it over. Tausoga looking for a cutter. Kicks it out to Winston Ellis instead. Ward on the far side looking inside for Hampton. Nice job by Garcia denying her. Tausoga from 3. Another 3-point attempt. That one a little better but long. Ward on the long carom. Rebounds and another offensive possession for the Vikings. Brown going to reset here. Enters in at the high post to Winston Ellis. She's looking for a pick. Little pick and roll from Hampton. Hampton can't get it to go. Garcia taps it out of bounds. It's going to stay with red. The Vikings will maintain possession. Ward looking to inbound it. Near 5-second call. That pass is stolen. Transition here for Gomez. Gomez kicks out. Yesenia Rendon bluffs at the 3. Drives the lane. Some contact. Billups comes away with the ball. Kicks back to Serena. Yesenia dribbles in. Step back 3-pointer. Off the mark. Short. Hampton kicks it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Cerritos. Serena kicks it in. Gets it back. Gets a screen inside. Some contact there. Nice finish by Serena Rendon. It's good action between her and Sarah Hernandez to free her up out of the inbounds play. Pass nearly stolen. Good press break. Tausoga from 3. That one long. Ward fighting for a rebound. Comes away with it for the Vikings. Well, they're down by 6, but the Vikings have done a pretty good job on the offensive rebounds. Second chance opportunities have been plentiful. Well, the problem is the second chance opportunities also aren't going down. Brown from 3. The fadeaway 3 is good. And that cuts the deficit at half, 15-12. Well, it was early 11-3 run by Cerritos. Since then, it's been a 9-3 run for the Vikings. They trail it by 3. Gomez driving the lane, kicks out Serena Rendon from 3. That one an air ball. Ward with the rebound off the Tausoga to Brown, who just hit that triple, looking for more. Vikings trailing by 3, inside feed. Naomi Winston Ellis, point blank, lays it up and lays it in, cuts the deficit to 1, and back and forth we go here at the Aviary. Yesenia Rendon with a hot start, cooled off some. Inside, Gomez, 8-footer, that's good. Jessica Gomez, sophomore guard from Legacy High School. More full court pressure applied here by Gomez. Gomez kicks it over to Serena Rendon. Rendon looking inside, the floater up and good for Serena. 19-14. The 4-0 run gets it out to a 5-point lead again here for Cerritos. Hampton threw it away. Hernandez now with it. Numbers for the Falcons. Yesenia Rendon trailing it. Hernandez lost the dribble. Hampton comes away with it. Give and go from Tausoga, and Hampton can't put it up and in. It's out of bounds off of Billups, I believe. Should stay with red. And it will. 1:12 remaining in the opening quarter. Check. Tausoga will enter it in. Brown looking for Hampton on the move. Unable to secure it. Hernandez now in transition, guarded by Tausoga. Hernandez can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Fadeaway jumper from Hernandez. And Sarah Hernandez puts it in. As a shooter, you usually know where the ball is going to come off. Good job persevering there by Sarah Hernandez. Ward in transition, kicks back to Brown. Another triple? No. Tapped out of bounds by Winston Ellis. Under 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's a 7-point lead for Cerritos on top of Long Beach City College. South Coast Conference South rivalry matchup. Mariah Laura into the ball game now for Cerritos. Gomez from the corner, that one off the mark. Long rebound off to Tausoga. Tausoga, no numbers. Garcia picks her pocket. Lynette with 12 on the game clock. Shot clock turned off. Wonder if she's just going to try and walk into the three. Drive and kick. Yamasaki from three. That one in and out. Will go in at the end of one. 7-point lead for the Falcons. You are watching 3C2A women's basketball live on SoCal College Sports.
Second quarter underway, 21-14, the Falcons with the 7-point lead. They have the basketball, Rendon on the runner, can't get it to go. Rebound on the floor, the Falcons have it for a second chance opportunity. Jasenia on the drive, they kick it back outside, work it around, open three is good. Yamasaki. She hits just 26% from three-point range, but had good spacing. Stepped up, drilled it, 24-14. 10-point lead. The pass slips through, and it's stolen. Yamasaki off to Garcia. Garcia into the front court on the drive. A little stutter step, goes to the scoop, blocked by Winston Ellis. It's kicked out of bounds. I believe this is off of Cerritos. It'll go back to the Vikings. Vikings come in overall with a record of 10-13 on the season under head coach Michael Anderson. Meanwhile, the Falcons 15-10 on the season, as these teams currently sit in second and third place in the South Coast South, both looking up at undefeated El Camino. 24-17. Shot blocked by Winston Ellis. Hernandez able to get it back though. Kicks it outside. Hernandez out of a double team. Off to Rendon. Rendon dancing on the dribble. Shot clock at 5. Jasenia will fire from way downtown. Long rebound outside. Yamasaki's got it. Another three for the Falcons. In and out. Winston Ellis at the board. Pretty good look for Serena Rendon. So the Rendon sisters 0 for 2 on that possession. 7-point lead for the Falcons as the Vikings work it around. This is Winston Ellis around to Brown. Brown to the crossover. The three rims no good. Long rebound on the floor. The Falcons have it. Rendon, it's a 2-on-1. On the drive, shot off the glass, no good.
That's a great bluff there by Hampton.
Hampton able to just back off, and Rendon a little bit out of control, missed the shot, and the Vikings get it back. 7:39 to go with a timeout on the floor. It's the Coaches versus Cancer Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike, I got to tell you, as I take a look at the Viking bench, I believe they've only dressed 5 players tonight.
That is correct.
Well, you know how I've always sort of had this hope that I would see My Team's on the Floor from one of my favorite movies, Hoosiers. We get one player to foul out. Coach Michael Anderson's going to have to go 4-on-5 as the Vikings severely undermanned in this one, but the shot good from outside by Tausoga. 24-20. Well, in their last game, 6 players appeared, so they've been running on a short bench for a while now. Missing, among others, Imani Edmond for the last couple of games, and that's a major loss for this team as well. Another turnover by the Falcons as Hampton recovers in the backcourt. Now they have to beat the clock, and they get it to Brown. Off to Ward. And Brown will set up a play. Winston Ellis taps it back outside, looking for Hampton down low. Out of the double team, Tausoga will try for 3, in and out. Rebound on the floor, the Falcons have it. Rendon jets into the front court. Drives the lane, kicks it outside. Serena will try for 3, around and out. Offensive rebound, and the follow is up and good. Carolina Cuevas with the offensive rebound and put back. 26-20. 6:18 and counting remaining in the first half. Skip pass to Ward, drives it baseline, hooks it outside. They get it around to Hampton from 16 off the back iron. Winston Ellis on the offensive rebound, but the follow won't go. Brown's got it. Third chance for the Vikings. Brown will try from 18. In fact, Brown just outside the line, so a 3 ball. Yeah, they're going to call that a 3. For Kalen Brown, 26-23. The Vikings hanging around. Winston Ellis rejects the shot by Serena Rendon. The ball out of bounds. The Falcons will keep it. Yamasaki returns along with Renisha Billups. So we look at the replay. Good give and go, but the defense better from Naomi Winston Ellis. Yesenia driving the lane. Down she goes. A whistle and a foul called. And Rendon will head to the line for a couple of free throws. And Michael, Yesenia Rendon, no shortage of aggressiveness. She is a slasher.
She's very versatile. Slasher, shooter.
Yep.
Her and her sister, green light galore.
First free throw rims out.
I'd be interested to see what their prospects are at the next level.
Rendon averaging 19.4 a game. Yesenia, I should say. Her sister Serena averages 15 a game. Well, we're not completely, it's not as though we a couple of years ago, I believe.
The Daly sisters from Siskiyou.
Yes, that's it. I knew you would remember that one. In and out, back in again. 27-25. So the Vikings, who trailed by as many as 7, back within 2. Yamasaki off to Rendon, thought about the 3. Drives the lane, kicks it outside. Three up, that's short. The rebound on the floor. Tausoga trying to keep it alive and does to Brown. Billups had a good look, but just drew iron. Meanwhile, a foul in the backcourt. The Vikings will get it back. Hampton between the rings. High screen from Winston Ellis. Brown will try for three off the back iron. Serena Rendon has the rebound. Jasenia will bring it up. The Vikings continue to work in a 2-3 zone. Yamasaki dancing on the dribble. Looking for Billups on the baseline. Rendon up top, shot clock at 9. Rendon pops out, drives the lane. The runner is up and good. Boy, what touch from Serena Rendon. 29-25.
Melissa and Megan Daly, University of North Dakota.
Still playing together? Did they both go?
I'll look that up for you here, Stoy.
Tausoga. I got my own research staff. Winston Ellis with the turnaround, won't go. Ward digs out the rebound, out to Hampton from the elbow, no good. Cuevas has the rebound.
I believe they play on the same squad.
Well,
for the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota.
They did have that weird sisterly synergy. I remember on the court.
They're out of bounds plays.
Yeah.
They're operating telepathically.
Rendon, meanwhile, hits another long three, 32-25.
I mean, that's a squad that was the eventual state runner-up to Mount San Antonio College, and Mount Sac that year just an embarrassment of riches in terms of talent, size, power down low, and really overwhelmed that team in the final. But the Daly sisters and College of the Siskiyous, they were a fun squad to watch. And
yeah, they were a phenomenon that weekend. I mean, it was unbelievable in the first two rounds. And I do remember in the opening round, they beat a very good East Los Angeles College team that we had the pleasure of covering quite a bit that season. And they were an extremely talented team that, let's remember, had at least one victory that I remember over Mount San Antonio College. So they were a real contender.
Actually, I want to say they came in as a 2 seed from the South.
Yeah, and Siskiyous beat them fairly one-sidedly. I believe it was a double-digit win.
I believe they were down at halftime. I think Siskiyous was down at half.
Yeah. Wouldn't Tricia Kozlowski love to see that story retold again with the Cerritos pair of sisters and the Rendon sisters. Meanwhile, another bucket down low. Hampton able to convert 32-27.
The big thing with Cerritos is, sometimes they go to sleep defensively, and you just can't have that no matter how good you are offensively with the Rendon sisters.
Offensive rebound and put back. Sarah Hernandez on the miss by Rendon, 34-27.
And Tricia Kozlowski, in talking with her before the game, got to move those feet if you want to get defensive stops and just be better defensively overall. Stop fouling.
Good cut down low by Hampton and one.
Garcia, they're going to say, he came underneath her at the last moment.
Yeah, Hampton flashes from the high post here. This is just a terrific feed by Winston Ellis as well. Take good mitts from Debrianna Hampton. Able to rip that ball away in traffic. And
give me that.
Tell me as a big man that you don't love that, seeing that kind of kind of power play down low. 34-30 as Hampton converts on the three-point opportunity.
I do love me some gritty basketball in the low post.
Yesenia Rendon starts a drive, kicks it back outside. Shot clock at 16. Gomez out to Rendon. She'll try again from way downtown. Rimming, no. Tapped up, no good, but the rebound out to Gomez. Falcons with a second chance again.
Yeah, courtesy of Sarah Hernandez, who's been vital in creating those second chance opportunities.
Garcia in the corner. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Gomez will try for three. The high arcer rims high, no good. Rebound tapped around. Another offensive rebound. Follow, no good. And the rebound out of bounds It's going to stay with Cerritos, and the Falcons really starting to feast on the offensive glass.
And it's all Sarah Hernandez. She forces the ball to go out of bounds off of the Vikings. Already with an offensive rebound on this set.
Laura kicks it out to Garcia.
Yeah, Lynette, she started the game off with a 3, so you got to be wary of that. Nice.
Garcia, long 3, that's good. Well, 4th chance points, and it's Lynette Garcia.
Her second triple.
37-30, back to a 7-point lead for the Falcons. They try to enter it down low, and it's Garcia who jumps the passing lane and has the steal.
You know, a sustained defensive effort will result in a blowout victory here.
Rendon trying to go coast to coast, shot off the glass, no good. The Vikings have it as Ward has the rebound. And Coach Michael Anderson wants a timeout with 1:06 remaining in the first half.
Well, it's a great timeout because they're going to have an opportunity to close the gap here. You see Garcia with the triple. That's a great form, nice finish with the feet as well. Going back to the timeout by Coach Michael Anderson for Long Beach, you know, this is a team that only dressed 5. It's a war of attrition, and he's going to get his team a little bit of a breather. They're going to be able to execute a little bit better, be a little bit more methodical in what they want to do. Obviously, they want to go high-low in the post and mid-post with Ellis and also with Hampton. You know, if you can operate like that, and then you can free up your shooters. Taosoga, we saw her hit a triple. She's 1 for 3 in the first half. Brown also has a triple. You have some threats out there, but play some good basketball, execute. You can close the gap with 1:06 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, how many times do we talk about that last few minutes of the first half, that first few minutes of the second half, and I think Michael Anderson thinking of that. Here's a game right now at 7 points. You could go in down double digits. You could go in down maybe just 3, depending on how the next minute goes.
Great point.
Brown leans over the dribble. Around the high screen. This is Hampton. Hampton on the drive, in traffic, shot up, won't go, and an offensive foul.
See that, and that's poor execution. They didn't get the shot that they wanted because Hampton goes right into the teeth of the defense. Ward is wide open from 3, and I'm not saying she's going to take that shot, but that's a lot better look than a contested 2-point shot, and it's a turnover because you're called for a charge.
It was Lynette Garcia who was able to draw the charge.
And that's called moving your feet. Garcia doing it all here in the first half.
Rendon on the drive, forces one up. She's fouled. She's going to head to the line as Taosoga picks up the foul. You see Hampton drive into a crowd, pick up the offensive foul, and then there's Jasenia Rendon, who maybe did a similar kind of thing there, drives into the teeth of the defense, but she's able to just maneuver herself in such a way that she picks up the foul and will head to the line for a couple of free throws. And hey, listen, it's, you know, sometimes it's just about talent. And Rendon, I think, right there, just with the body control, able to draw the foul on the defense and hit both free throws, 39-30.
Yeah, free throws, money in the bank for either Rendon sister. And Lynette Garcia, we just got done talking about her, 8 points here in the first half, 2 triples.
Brown directing traffic. Taosoga up top to Ward. Taosoga will try for 3, missed everything. 19.7 to go. The Falcons will be able to play for the final shot. Not the final minute that Michael Anderson was hoping for, an offensive foul and a missed shot. And now the Falcons maybe with an opportunity to head to the locker room with a double-digit lead. Garcia. 3 ball on the way, missed everything. Ward has the rebound, down to 5 seconds. The Vikings need to hurry. Ahead to Brown. Brown in from the right, shot off the glass, won't go. Halftime here at the Aviary, 39-30, Cerritos with the lead. It's the Coaches versus Cancer Classic here from Cerritos College on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Getting ready for the start of the third quarter. And a 9-point lead for the Falcons, 39-30. They have led pretty much throughout against a gritty Viking team that has dressed 5 players here tonight. Well, sometimes, Michael, we interject a little bit of some of the difficulties of that come up, that crop up announcing a game. But listen, when you've only got 5 players to remember, I guess the excuses run thin here. We ought to recognize the players by now. Inbound pass is stolen. Gomez misses the layup, and the rebound to Tausoga. So the Vikings dodge an early bullet. They get it out to Brown in transition for 3. Kaylin Brown. Another 3. She shoots 36% from long range, 12.5 a game. And the early triple pulls the Vikings back within 6. Baseline drive, and the pass out to Gomez.
So Jasenia Rendon. Interesting story. Lynette Garcia looking for a third triple. Give her the hat trick. Answers on the other end for Cerritos. So the Rendon sisters being recruited by some of the universities in the house tonight to watch the ball game. We won't name names because we don't want to call anybody out or give anybody the upper hand, but we will say that the Rendon sisters, they have older sisters, and they played at Hope International University. And they made a name for themselves there, that's for sure. And being recruited at the 4-year level, obviously, you know, the goal of any player is to continue playing for as long as you can. And considering the game that we've seen here throughout the season for Cerritos, the Rendon sisters certainly have a future at the 4-year level. That one tapped out of bounds off of Jasenia Rendon. It's going to stay with Long Beach City, trailing it by 9. 8:42 to go in the opening quarter, of the second half. In the third, Brown again, another triple. Give her the hat trick. That's her third triple.
And at a certain point, I think you have to close out hard and make Kaylin Brown put the ball on the floor.
Agreed.
What she wants to do is just catch and shoot.
Jasenia Rendon with a left-handed layup. Not much of a challenge there, and only dressing 5 players, you begin to wonder a lack of movement in terms of feet defensively for the Vikings. What point does fatigue start to become a factor?
And it's going to be so huge in terms of rebounding. We've already seen second chance points be a factor for the Falcons in this one in the first half.
Tausoga and the Vikings making it rain from long range here in the second half. Under 8 to go in the third. Uh-oh. Serena open from 3. That one's good.
Well, the 2-3 zone susceptible to the outside shooting, especially if you can get the ball between the guards and they're able to penetrate and dish for the open 3.
And late defensive rotations. Well, Jeffrey, it's been raining a lot outside as of late here in California. Apparently it's raining inside as well. Certainly in the last 2.5 minutes of the third. Go back to live action. Steal here for Jasenia Rendon. That's going to be a foul on Brown.
That's so tough. Brown trying to beat Rendon to the spot.
Just a shade late there for Brown.
Yeah, it looked like she was very close to being there, but maybe that's a little bit too, where not so much of a star treatment or home cooking, but you get used to seeing Rendon able to draw contact and get the foul, and you start to give her a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
The lead is 8 for Cerritos. The Vikings with the ball. It's Brianna Hampton. Ward with it on the far side. Not a threat to shoot, so it allows Jasenia Rendon to sag off a little bit. Winston Ellis had it. Brianna Hampton. Back to Winston Ellis. Hampton in traffic. Shot is short. Brianna Hampton laboring out there. Brown falls down defensively, has to adjust the glasses. Serena Rendon, another triple. No, Hampton secures a rebound. Brianna going to slow things up. If you're the Vikings, you don't want to go up and down. You want to be a little bit slower in terms of offensive execution. You do have a size advantage. Work it around the home, get it inside. Cerritos after the turnover. Hernandez has been a gem here today. Gets her own rebound, kicks it back out. This is Garcia. Garcia with the ball fake. Finally brings it near side. This is Yamasaki. Jasenia. Rendon. Another three-pointer for the Falcons. The lead into double digits.
Yeah, Hampton giving her a little bit of room, but that partially understandable. Rendon's already shown the ability to fake and then drive, and you have to respect that. And that frees her up to shoot from outside.
Hampton lost it off her foot. Trickles over to Brown. Into the high post to Ward. Ward thought about putting one up. Instead, nearly lost it. She does lose it. Tries to get it back. She's going to be fouled by Garcia or Yamasaki. See this last three ball here from Jasenia Rendon. Hampton a little late to get there.
They try to clear out for Hampton, but two Falcon players back in the low post.
Hernandez with the steal. Serena continuing her aggressive offensive mentality, going to the line.
You know, Serena Rendon looks to me like one of those players that's really mastered kind of the off-foot shot. It really throws off the timing. And it's interesting, she looks a little bit like she's out of control, but you know she's not. And you know how you know? Because the ball keeps going in.
Well, the first one up and good. Second one also good. Nothing but net on both.
But
the lead swells for Cerritos.
Kind of put that shot up off the right foot rather than the left foot. It wreaks havoc with defenders who really want to read your feet.
How do you do with that, Stoy?
I was never able to do it. For the briefest of moments, I did sort of get it down.
I have trouble when I think about it, let alone try to perform it. Not an easy thing to do. Jasenia to Serena. Serena in transition. Scoop shot up and good. It's the Rendon show here in the second half. Timeout, Long Beach City. The lead, the largest for the Falcons at 15 at 54-39. 5:04 remaining in the third quarter. You're watching the Coaches versus Cancer Classic live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The lead is 15 for the Falcons. After we saw at break the three-point barrage here by both teams in the first 5 minutes of this third quarter. Winston Ellis off the mark. Here comes Jasenia Rendon. Can't leave her open. From three, that one's short off the front line. Hernandez, another offensive board for her. Here comes Jasenia, another triple. Contact in addition to no call, but another three-pointer for Jasenia Rendon.
Yeah, Brown trying to challenge on that three and easily could have picked up a foul, but no call.
22 points now for Yesenia Rendon. Brown off the glass, that's good.
Yeah, Ward with a terrific offensive rebound there, and then a great feed to Brown on the cut. Nice execution by the Vikings to try and break this Falcon run.
How about nice execution by the stat table? John Van Gaston, Sports Information Director here at Cerritos. Another triple no for Serena this time. Yesenia, after the kick out, drives the lane over Yamasaki from 3, no. Yamasaki off the mark. The Vikings rebound it. Here comes Hampton at a decidedly slower pace. And, well, Jeff, I think fatigue decidedly a factor at this point, only dressing 5 players.
Yeah, you got to measure yourself at this point. Happy to walk it up and slow the pace.
Winston Ellis off the mark from the elbow. Here comes Serena Rendon, tripped up, no call made. Looks like the feet just got inadvertently tangled up. Brown, one-handed pass over to Hampton on the short corner. That one a little bit long. Serena Rendon snatches down the rebound off to her sister Yesenia. She kicks it back. Gomez, short corner floater, no good. Ward with the rebound, no. Serena Rendon cleans up the garbage.
Yeah, Ward's got inside position there, but it just slips by, and Rendon in the right spot at the right time. Able to come up with it for the layup.
Alicia Billups getting ready to check into the ball game. Under 3 to go. We're in the third. A decisive lead for the Falcons here. Game 2 of our doubleheader. 3C2A men's and women's basketball. Hampton, nice move inside, nice finish. The kiss off the glass.
Yeah, it's nice patience by Hampton. Giving herself a little bit of time, goes to a move that she's comfortable with, and gets the finish.
Carolina Cuevas will check in next dead ball, along with Billups. And Lynette Garcia, foul down low. Hernandez will have 2 shots coming her way from the stripe.
I'll tell you, Naomi Winston-Ellis does just about everything right here, but it's something that we talk about a lot. You watch the arm come down, and that's going to bring the call.
You know, on replay, that's a tough call going to go against Winston-Ellis. I thought she got a lot of ball up top. They're going to say they got the body. And, well, as an offensive player, when you have that attacking mentality, calls are usually going to go your way. An aggressive nature suits people well at the poker table in addition to basketball.
Just ask your dad.
He likes to be a landmine. He likes to wait it out. A lot more patient than I am.
He sets the traps. It's true.
You know, for as many moments as I had growing up where the patience was a little lacking, he's very patient in terms of some of his hobbies. Loves fishing. Can play a little hold'em. 61-43.
So he's familiar with the idea of sitting around for a couple of hours where nothing happens?
Yeah, and accumulating a lot of points on the player's card. Free meals. I love getting comped. Hampton tracks that ball down. She's going to be fouled. Cuevas.
Yeah, they had Hampton trapped in a very bad spot, and that's a real break for the Vikings, as Hampton trying to dribble her way out of it and very nearly pushed off with the off arm.
Nice job. Nice hustle by Hampton tracking down that ball. Turnover. Here comes Lynette Garcia. Maintains control of the basketball. She finds Gomez out to Serena Rendon. Rendon into the lane. Scoop shot up. No good, but she's fouled. Taosoga whistled.
Tell you, the Falcons are relentless. They've got a team here that's certainly got to be feeling a measure of fatigue, but they keep moving and they keep slashing to the basket, and making the Vikings continually rotate and move their feet on defense, tiring them out even more. I think if you're the Vikings, you'd just love to see a shot go up from outside so you can get to a rebound maybe.
Well, in the couple games that we've covered, Cerritos, they like to get up and down, but I think that it's been a point of emphasis, obviously, with a team going up against a team only dressing 5 players to really make this a track meet. And you want to tire out those legs for the opposing team, and the Vikings decidedly fatigued here in the third quarter, and they're going to need one heck of a run in the second win. They're going to get back into this one, trailing it by 20, 63-43. Cerritos likely in the playoff mix. Ward fouled by Garcia down low.
It's good to see Taja Ward. Been passing on the shot from outside, obviously not comfortable from that range, but she makes a good decisive drive to the basket, gets herself to the line for a couple of free throws.
Free throw up and good for Ward.
And I think if you're Taj Ward, you have to continue to be a player offensively. Look for some opportunities. Look to make a contribution, especially when the defense starts to sag off. Gets the roll on the second one.
Lead down to 18 for Cerritos. Garcia, another one, make it number 4 of the night for Lynette Garcia from long range.
Yeah, Tausoga out to challenge that shot, but in a way, I'm not sure that really helped. It just allowed Garcia to get a little more extension, a little more arc on that ball, and it was pretty. I wonder about that sometimes, Michael. When you challenge that shot from outside, can that sometimes be something of a benefit for a shooter that allows them to really, like I say, extend and get that arc on that shot that you really want for consistency? I wonder how far I would get in coaching suggesting that my players not challenge outside shots. I suppose that would be somewhat unconventional.
66-45. 21-point advantage for the Falcons. Hampton changes that with a turnaround jumper over the right shoulder.
Yeah, in that situation, Cuevas just backing down a little too much, allowing Hampton to establish too good a position down low. Easy turnaround for Hampton for the deuce.
Cerritos coming in with a record of 15-10 overall. Barring a miracle comeback here for Long Beach City. Going to improve to 5-1 in the South Coast South. El Camino 5-0. That's the only loss in conference. Tausoga having that one rim out at the end of 3, 66-47. It's the Coaches versus Cancer Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Point lead for the Falcons as we head to the fourth quarter. The Coaches versus Cancer Classic here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Happy you've joined us earlier tonight. The Long Beach City College men, a 90-85 victory over the Falcons. And now the ladies trying to even the score on the evening. Garcia will try for a 3 around and out. Phillips had the rebound momentarily, but Tausoga digs it out.
You know, Jeff, it's an important game in terms of postseason outlook for Cerritos. 10 losses on the season. We were talking about it at the end of the third quarter. They need this win. Currently, in terms of rankings, they're not ranked in Southern California.
They do still trail El Camino by just one game. They're 4-1 in conference play. El Camino still undefeated at 5-0, entering action tonight. So it's not over in the South Coast South. They could stay with the Warriors. Meanwhile, a turnover on the Vikings gives it back. Phillips and Yamasaki.
Yeah, nice call there.
Along with Hernandez, Rendon, and Garcia on the floor for the Falcons. Rendon starts a drive on Brown. Swings it across off of Phillips to Garcia.
And these are little things here, but Giuseppe has to be better than that. Don't leave your feet passing the basketball. Near turnover.
Garcia fakes the pass, but she drags the pivot foot and turns it over.
No subs here tonight for Long Beach City, and Hampton laboring up the floor.
Cerritos trying to improve their win streak to 4. And well on their way to doing it. They continue to double Hampton down low, but a foul on the entry pass. Hernandez, who has been playing so very well of late, 3 consecutive games in double figures for Sarah Hernandez, including a 22-point effort last week. So she continues to step up as this season goes on. They try to enter it again down low to Hampton, but the pass out of bounds. 8:30 to go. Well, you got to figure if the Falcons can finish out in reasonably good fashion here that they're going to make their way into the playoff picture. And then you see what happens from there. Billups starts a drive. Left-handed shot off the glass won't go. Naomi Winston-Ellis has the rebound.
Well, in terms of matchups, I think Cerritos would struggle against a team with some size, but any team that can shoot the basketball and get hot, especially like they did here in the third quarter, is dangerous.
Tausoga from way downtown.
Bang.
Rosalinda averages a little under 5 a game. Hits the 3, 66-50. Garcia swings it to Billups. Rendon off a screen, starting a drive on Brown, but Caitlin Brown right with her. Shot clock at 9. Standing dribble for Jasenia. Tries from way downtown and hits.
Man.
Well, Rendon's got that range from about 5 feet beyond the line, and I think you just have to be very aware of that shot. But especially out front, take a look at this one. And she's going to pull up. That's a good 5 feet behind the line. Near steal, and now it is stolen. Hernandez had a near breakaway, and she's tripped up, and I think that was completely incidental. So the foul called. Let's see there, Hampton. Maybe just a little careless, and well, no, actually, as I take a look at that, I think that's a call that could have gone against Hampton there. That foot went out. I think there was some intentionality there to try and prevent Hernandez from what would have been a certain breakaway.
No malicious intent, though.
Right. No, obviously, I think just trying to prevent the easy 1-on-0 rush to the basket that was going to be. Serena Rendon not on the same page with Yamasaki, and the turnover gives it back to Long Beach.
Top 10 team in Southern California, Mount San Antonio College, always in the mix. Brian Critchlow obviously always does a great job. Earlier this year, Cerritos only lost by 3 versus Mount Sac, 60-57. That was back in December, late December 28th.
Well, I always think the teams in the conference with Mount Sac, or that see them year after year, it's a pace that I think you have to get used to. And I think when you get to see it, you always do a little bit better.
Yeah.
Hampton pulls up and hits the shot off the glass, 69-52. Falcons in control as we wind down to 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Garcia back outside of Yamasaki. Shot clock at 16. Serena Rendon spins, and a foul called.
Timeout
taken.
Coach Kozlowski.
Yeah, Tricia Kozlowski will take a timeout with 6:20 to go.
Not much going on offensively. That's a good timeout. Recognizing with only 11 on the shot clock, hey, let's get into a set. Let's execute here, and let's get better, because hey, they might be playing in the postseason. Back in a moment.
Shot clock down to 7. Rendon back out to Jasenia Rendon. Tries the interior feed. Ball on the floor. The Falcons still have it, but the shot clock violation will turn it over. 6:07 to go.
And another teaching point for Coach Kozlowski. And, you know, she didn't get exactly what she wanted out of the timeout, but, you know, in a blowout win, that's something to look to in the film room. Hey, look, we called a timeout specifically to drop a play, and we didn't execute, and we didn't get the shot that we wanted. It was a turnover. Coaches love moments like that.
Hampton in the high post. Looking for Ellis. And that pass easily stolen by Jasenia Rendon. Rendon coast to coast on the drive. Shot up, no good. Ward has the rebound. And now Serena Rendon able to keep that ball alive and save it to Jasenia Rendon. Rendon will lay it up and in. 71-52. Terrific defense by Serena Rendon. And then she finds her sister, who finishes it off. Now Michael Anderson wants a timeout. See if this is a 30 or a full. It's a 30-second timeout with 5:13 to go, and obviously, as we alluded to, as you watch Rendon finish off the steal, Michael Anderson not going to leave a timeout on the table tonight.
No.
And I think with just the 5 players dressed in this one.
Well, next time out, Cerritos will have a chance to avenge that South Coast Conference South loss by 11. The last time they met El Camino, this will be next Wednesday. We will not have coverage for you on that date, but obviously feel free to tune into the scoreboard on the 3C2A website. Keep track on that. If we do end up getting the call for that, we'll let you know via social media. You can follow us on Twitter at SoCal College SPO. See what I did there, Story?
That was good. I'm not surprised. You know how to transition.
I have my moments. It's been a long week.
You're like George Gervin with the finger roll.
SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. Broadcasting live here tonight from the aviary. Special thanks to everybody in-house. Of course, John Van Gasten, Sports Information Director, Dean of Athletics, Russ May, also the men's basketball coach. Hard luck loss tonight. A tight one in game 1 of our doubleheader here in the Coaches versus Cancer Classic.
Yeah, interesting stat from that one. The Vikings, with that win, moved to 10-0 on the road this season.
Wow.
So Barons and his Vikings, road warriors.
Yes, they are. He would love that. He would love that description.
Well, it was apt. Little stutter step from Rendon on the drive. Shot off the glass, doesn't get the roll, and Hampton has the rebound. Under 5 minutes to go. Hampton skips it across to Ward. Up top. Hampton with the drive, comes up shooting from 12 feet off the back iron. Rebound to Brown, but she can't get the follow to go. And the Falcons have it. Brown had a good look, but the rim unkind. Gomez open for 3, that's good. Jessica Gomez. Yeah, Gomez, 13% from three-point range on the season, but she looked very comfortable here off the screen. That's no 13% shot right there.
Not at
Hampton able to dig it out down low, misses the shot. The rebound on the floor, Ward warding off Falcon players on the drive, lost the handle. The ball's on the floor. What's the call?
Ward warding off. Well done, sir.
That was totally unintentional.
You lie.
Tausoga will bring it in as the Vikings keep it, shot clock at 23. Puts it out to Brown. Gomez with the hawking defense. Again, they look to Hampton, top of the key. Circles left and a whistle. Foul before the shot. A push on Hernandez. Non-shooting foul. Vikings will bring it in. Foul line extended left. on Ellis down low. And again, the Falcons continue to double team the low post off the ball, and the Vikings just continue to try and push that low post game. Rendon steps into a three. The shot no good. Hernandez digs out another offensive rebound. Now the Falcons can reset.
Well, Jeffrey, we cover multiple sports, and football being one of them, throwing into double coverage usually doesn't result in very good instances.
Laura skips it outside. Serena Rendon on the drive. The runner won't go. Ward battling for the rebound, and a foul on the rebound is going to go against Sarah Hernandez.
Look at Hernandez still working. I mean, she's just been such an instant energy battery.
She will check out as Trisha Kozlowski is going to go to the bench. Jade Johnson checking into the game. Renisha Billups returns.
Stat from the table: the last 7 times in this half, Long Beach has turned the ball over on inbound plays.
Brown starts a drive, goes glass and lays it in.
It's a high degree of difficulty.
Yeah, Kaylin Brown with the pretty finish. But the Falcons lead this one by 20. And again, Rendon from out front, shot no good. The follow won't go, but the Falcons keep it. Now Laura will try for three. Long rebound, tracked down again. A couple of offensive rebounds for Jade Johnson since she checked in. Skip pass looking for Billups, who's all alone. Passes on the shot and sends it back out to Rendon. Shot clock at 17. Looking for Johnson. Johnson puts it on the floor in traffic. Shot off the glass won't go, but she's fouled.
A bad move there.
Yeah, Johnson, I think, initially looking for a cutter, but nothing happening.
Yeah.
And instead, able to make something happen herself.
How about a shout out to Beck Flanagan from Hope International University, head women's basketball coach, stopping by at the table at halftime, and happy to meet him and his wife Amy. Here recruiting, we won't name players.
We don't name players. Madison Lane. Speaking of not naming players, Madison Lane checks in. 2-7 remaining in the game. Johnson comes up empty on the free throws. It remains a 20-point lead for Cerritos. Brown off to Hampton. Hampton working on Johnson. Ellis will try the long three, rimming no. Hampton getting on the offensive glass. She's fouled.
Fouled by Johnson.
Well, I think if nothing else, you got to be impressed with the 5 players for the Vikings playing 40 minutes here tonight. Not that they had much choice, but they have battled all the way. And that's a long night. Hampton misses the first free throw. 54% foul shooter. And the second free throw is good.
That's like, I think the last time I did that, I was in part of a rec league game. I don't think I left the house 2 weeks after that.
What would happen now?
I don't think I left the ice for 2 weeks.
Lane sends it back out to Billups.
That was like 10 years ago.
Shot clock down to 12 as Laura leans over the dribble. Picked up by Tausoga. Lane will try for a three, around and out. Rebound to Ellis. Brown pounds the dribble. Hampton faces up on Johnson. Stops and pops from 10 feet. Doesn't get the roll. Ward continuing to work the offensive rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. Exactly 1 minute to go.
Well, our next timeout, next Saturday, we will have coverage of ABC men's basketball as they take on Glendale, looking to avenge an earlier season loss at the hand of the Vaqueros. Will ABC. awaiting word to see if we'll have a doubleheader.
Did they
that
play
night.
them in the Compton Classic? They didn't.
They
Get
did
them,
not.
They didn't get them in the Compton Classic, but we had their game though at Glendale, and that was a
Barn burner.
terrific basketball game. And
Overtime, well, buzzer beater to force overtime in a double overtime affair.
Yeah.
Earlier this year.
We can only hope for a repeat of that kind of drama, but I think that should be a very fun matchup.
I think we certainly have a pretty good indication it's very likely going to be drama-filled.
0 for 2 for Ward from the line. Johnson on the drive, blocked by Ellis.
And let's reiterate our thank yous, of course, Russell May, head men's basketball coach and Dean of Athletics here at Cerritos College, Trisha Kozlowski, head women's basketball coach for Cerritos, JVG, John Van Gaston, a man of many talents.
Phillips misses the shot, and one more timeout taken with 28.1 remaining in the game. Yeah, I want to thank all the Cerritos coaches also helping us. Got here a little bit early, and they were helping us get some of the equipment we needed to set up and everything. So yeah, everyone here at the facility at all, always very helpful. So it goes just beyond the couple names, and can't drop in every single name, but obviously we get a lot of help, and we really appreciate that from everybody here at Cerritos College.
Yeah. And obviously, this is an event, the Coaches versus Cancer Classic, that we've covered for multiple years here. It always seems to end up being the Long Beach Cerritos game. Sometimes it's been at Long Beach, now at Cerritos, and we wonder, may that change in the coming years, but happy to be a part of it, obviously, for such a tremendous cause, and to bring you basketball on a brighter side of how terrible that disease can be.
28.1 to go in this one, and with the victory, the Falcons will move to 16-10 on the season, 5-1 in conference play, and we'll be interested to see how they finish out the season and whether or not what the postseason run may be.
You'd have to imagine that they're probably going to qualify for some type of at-large bid, especially if they're able to secure a victory in their next matchup on Wednesday versus El Camino. Special thanks, of course, to Emery Johnson, our director here tonight, Jorge Zepeda, everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Jorge Zepeda on camera as well. Yeah, it's a small team, but we've bonded. How about SoCalCollegeSports.com?
How about a shout out to the wife, giving birth to our second boy, Oliver George.
She has had the most tiring week of all.
Yes, she has.
Ward from the elbow, no good, and Garcia has the rebound, and now the Falcons can just walk it off if they want to. Down to 10 seconds. And indeed, Garcia will be able to just dribble this one out. The final will be 74-55. The Falcons with the victory over the Vikings. The Vikings with the loss now dropped to 10-14 on the season. They're 4-2, I believe, in conference play. For everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Have a great night.